Hey Pisces, how are you doing? This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind, this is a general read. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. What is going on with the fabulous and most magical Pisceans? What do you need to know? What do you need to see for your highest good? Present time, the Four of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. What's coming toward you? The Knight of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. What you are focused on is the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. In your blocked and challenged position is the Two of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. And your outcome is the Emperor. Major Arcana 4, Aries. Also read that as Scorpio. Okay. Pisces, let's clarify this and find out what is going on. And when I was shuffling the cards off camera, I got a word that says, I'm not buying what they're selling. So there could be some kind of situation where there could be some kind of big purchase that you are making, especially with this Four of Wands. I'm also getting something about doing something around the home. Like, you know, you're buying a couch and you're like, I'm not buying that couch. I'm not. So somebody is very persuasive. This could be you. This is a proposal or a pitch. I'm not buying what they're selling. So let's see what this is. Four of Wands. Four of Wands is foundation, stability, home. And in your focus is King of Swords. King of Swords is, I need the facts. I need the truth. That also is an energy of observation, making a wise choice or decision. Can I buy of what they're selling? Or there is something about I'm not buying what they're selling. So there has to be some kind of persuasion. So this could be like a couch you want, like I said, and you're trying to persuade to get your way of like getting golf clubs or something like this as well. So somebody's like, okay, I'm going to observe this, but you know, enlighten me, or why do we need this? Okay, so what is this Four of Wands? Four of Wands is also freedom, the 1111 card. It can also be marriage, relationships, family, and the Seven of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Well, the Seven of Swords is strategy, making swift, quick movements and not telling your beeswax. I'm also getting something about a situation here where there is information that you need more information about, because the Seven of Swords could be hiding. So somebody might have already made a purchase, or this could be you as well, because it's like, I'm not buying what I'm selling. I'm not seeing something clearly. But then in your focus is the King of Swords, where you might have to make a wise choice or decision for yourself. So let's see what this Knight of Cups is. Knight of Cups is, yes, somebody charming, good looking, wants to take you on a date, sweep you off your feet. But this can also be a pitch or a proposal. So maybe there's, you know, this feels more personal, and then you have some kind of business going on, because the Emperor is here. The Emperor is, yes, father. It could also be authority. Somebody here has authority. Or you could be taking back your own personal power. There might be an item that you need to take back. What is this Knight of Cups? Seven of Swords is not trusting, or I don't trust this. And the Hangman. Major Arcana 4, Pisces. Well, the Hangman is about taking a pause, taking a breather, a new way of thinking and a new way of understanding a circumstance or a situation. Think things through. I'm also getting a stubborn energy. Maybe this has been you being very stubborn. Let's see what this King of Swords is. Now, King of Swords is making a wise choice or decision, but this is also clarity and truth. Cutting out any kind of deceptive behavior, whether that this is your own deceptive behavior or those around you. King of Swords is also using logic and stoicism. Seven of Swords is not talking. King of Swords is also observing, especially with this Emperor. This is somebody who's a visionary, a go-getter, and has a lot of power. Or there is something about personal. So this could be like I said, buying golf clubs and you're like trying to hide these. I'm not buying what you're selling, or like something here. Okay. And the Seven of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Well, the Seven of Wands can be an energy of being reactive versus proactive. It is also something coming in and catching you off guard or by surprise. Some kind of communication. So there could also be somebody coming towards you, catching you off guard or by surprise, or you're catching somebody off guard or by surprise. And that Seven of Wands is about drawing a line in the sand, standing up to a bully, standing up to a naysayer, standing up for what you believe. And one or two things here, Pisces, is a priority to you. The rest is noise and obligations. Seven of Swords is also sloppy thinking. So just go back to the couch scenario. Let's just say, you know, you and your significant other, you're like, yeah, I really want to buy this couch. Look at this bright pink couch. And somebody's like, I'm not buying what you're selling here. Like, sell me on it. And your blocked and challenged position is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is usually two peas in a pod, your yin to your yang. But I'm also getting something about emotions. So this is about finding a nice balance in your emotions, leaning back in this beautiful feminine energy, and then knowing when to spring onto your masculine, taking action. But there is some kind of relationship that is out of sync, out of balance. You're not on the same page. So what is this Two of Cups? And this, like I said, this could be a friend. So maybe you're telling your friend, yeah, you know, I'm going to buy 4 houses and, you know, move across state. And somebody here is like, do you think that's a wise choice? And then you're like, huh? What? So also you get a lot of 7s in the reading. 7s are to focus on where you're going and what you're doing, and less on what other people are doing or what other people are saying. So you have to use your best discretion. Two of Cups can also be mother. Doesn't have to be your biological mother. Could be a friend, could be anybody. And the Eight of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Well, the Eight of Wands in the upright is news, communication, the arrows of love, passion, creativity, text messages, going in, going out. I'm also getting something about distance. There's distance between you in this relationship. And this is something that has stagnated. This is like a loss of passion, a loss of attraction, a loss of desire. I'm also getting something about lost in thought. It almost feels like you're prepping for something or pursuing something, and then you're kind of going, and they're like, okay, well, you know, sell me the house. You know, let's just say you're a realtor, and you just blank. This is also some kind of like stalled or stagnant relationship. Especially with the Hangman there, there's some kind of pause. Secret. I'm also getting something about an embarrassing secret, or maybe this person's like, I'm not buying that big pink couch. You're not getting that. And maybe they're embarrassed of like what other people think. So you have to use your discernment here. Let's see what this Emperor is. Emperor can also be law and order. And the Page of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Well, the Page of Cups is smitten like a kitten. I'm also getting something about a surprise gift or an apology. And anytime the Page of Cups comes in, I always look at a person's motive. So this could be a person who's apologizing, and maybe they have been a repeat offender. This person I don't know, does something stupid and then they're coming back an apology. An apology without a behavior change is manipulation. Young and shy. What is this? Four of Wands and Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, yes, can be hiding a commitment relationship, but I'm also getting a situation where there's a person or you here has a hidden agenda or a motive, a secret agenda. And Justice. Major Arcana 4, Libra. Well, justice is about cause and effect. Actions have consequences, whether that they are positively influencing you or negatively impacting you. King of Swords can be like a judge, lawyer, doctor, an attorney. The Emperor also can be law and order. And as you can see on this card, there's something here that is attached to one of these swords, one bird. Something that hurt your feelings. Justice is also, you know, equilibrium, balance. Seven of Swords can also be sloppy thinking or disorganized. So there's something about like disorganized in thought or needing to get organized around the home. So like, you know, you could be saying, yeah, you know what? I'm going to clean out this, I don't know, basement. And somebody rolls their eyes and says, well, I'm not buying what you're selling. Meaning like, it's kind of obnoxious. So what is this Knight of Cups and the Hangman? There's something about release and let go and pursue something. Or this is something about an energy that's energetically hanging on to you, or you're energetically hanging on to another circumstance where communication is dead. Something about communication, lack of communication, or this person's at a distance. Okay, so what is this Knight of Cups and the Hangman? And the Ten of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Well, the Knight of Cups is Pisces energy. The Hangman is Piscean energy. The Ten of Cups is also Pisces. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles here at the bottom. And the Ten of Cups is financial recovery, returning to good health and healing, happiness, commitment, relationship, being around good company. I'm also getting something about pay attention to the company you keep. And maybe you're saying that. Maybe that's the phrase you're using. What is this King of Swords and Seven of Wands in your focus? Being caught off guard or by surprise? Or this is about you observing and something about stoicism, watching, making a wise choice or decision. Seven of Wands is also, you know, somebody who could be very reactive towards you, or this is you being proactive. And the Tower. Major Arcana 4, Scorpio. Well, the Tower is having some kind of huge realization and awakening, especially with this Hangman. Waking up to your calling. I'm also getting, there might be like anything that is built on a faulty, fake foundation, a sinkhole, a quagmire. This is drama, conflict. And somebody who could be very reactive. But I'm also getting, it came in like a wrecking ball. King of Swords also pauses before expressing anything, making a wise choice or decision. What is this Two of Cups and Eight of Wands? A friendship, a relationship, a family, whatever this is. And the Ten of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Well, the Ten of Swords is defeat and betrayal, hitting rock bottom in a circumstance, a relationship. It almost feels like something didn't turn out the way that you anticipated here. And I'm getting an element of stagnancy and stalled. Now, this could also be a vehicle, boundaries. Because you have Justice up top, Seven of Swords, which could be like lies in some kind of personal relationship or family, or there's just something here. And you have been possibly dragging your feet in delaying this ending. So what is this Emperor and Page of Cups? This could also be a pleasant surprise, like a better offering. Let's just say that your boss comes to you and says, oh, you know, we'll give you a raise, we'll make things better, we'll give you an insurance package. Well, you're not buying what this person's telling you. And then you have this Emperor that steps in. So like some kind of surprise. So this is a leader. Can also be something about father, grandfather, a person of authority, taking back your own authority. And you have this Page of Cups, which is sweet and smitten like a kitten. And the Sun, wow, that's a lot of happiness. But this is also, I see clarity, I see truth. This could also be sorry, not sorry, I'm going. Sorry, not sorry, I'm buying the pink couch, whatever this is. And that's about fertility, growth, happiness. Six of Swords is about getting out of choppy waters, releasing and letting go of what no longer serves you. The light at the end of the tunnel, but it is also to expand your mind, expand your awareness. Something better here comes in, or it's about you regaining your confidence. The Sun is also freedom and happiness. Freedom and happiness. Make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve joy. So there is something about somebody's trying to persuade you to do what? Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another? So finding a nice balance. You deserve it. So you have two cards of Justice about finding a nice balance, but it feels like you're dismantling something. It's still in your energy though, and it says get your power back. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine. So take back your power with a huge exclamation. Be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. And maybe that you've never stood up to this person before. Maybe it's your boss. Maybe you're coming in like the Kool-Aid man, like a wrecking ball. But I'm also getting something about it. It's not getting wrecked. And there's always the hardest part before something really good begins. So it's like the hardest part right now. It's going to get harder before it gets better. Party, celebration, events, public, social gathering, and it says public on there. This is also some kind of like surprise party, because you do have the Sun there and the Page of Cups, which could be an invite or an invitation. Snake, deception, shady, temptation, and enemy. So you do have a snake in the grass. So don't forget the phrase that I was telling you. Third party, interference, cheating, competition, and mistrust. So it doesn't have to be actual cheating. This could be, let's just say, I don't know, that you bought a pink couch, or no, let's just say that you bought a house. And the third party interference is possibly somebody at a party that's like trying to downplay of what you're buying or selling, or there's just something here. And it almost feels like this person is shady or an enemy. And then you do have player, charming, manipulative, karmic, and being tested. So this could also be somebody who has a real poker hand where it almost feels like they want that item too. So let's just say you're like, yeah, I'm doing all this. I feel like you've got to be more quiet about your moves right now. Between the lines, hidden meanings, vague, speculation, and implicit. So you might want to read about implicit and what it means. Also, there's hidden meanings like can't read between the lines, hidden meanings, vague, speculation. Something also, you'll be able to smell garbage. And then you do have new love, honeymoon phase, childlike, moving on, and new beginnings. Dogs, getting together with friends. Friends could be really important to you, especially if you have loyal friends. These people understand you. I'm getting something about like personal and work at the same time. And then you do have this dog, protection from a powerful friend. So you got three loyal dogs. Scales, keep your life in balance. You have 3 cards of scales here, which is the deposits. So deposits in what you're doing in your daily routine, how much energy is going out towards others, how much energy you're giving to yourself. Also deposits in the bank, wealth, health, happiness. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. So that's why there's stagnancy. I'm also getting this person is a jackass or a donkey. Lobster, financial pinch. Also, you could be dealing with somebody who is extremely stubborn. I don't know, maybe even you're selling something. Let's just say you're selling a couch and they're just like, yeah, trying to lowball you on something. And it's like, no, don't worry, there's a better offer coming in. Don't sell yourself short to that. And Sun, happiness and well-being. So getting around your friends or people who are lighthearted. And Bat, take care. Enemies are working against you. Yeah, it almost feels like, okay, so you have the lobster, which could be like somebody very pinchy. You have a donkey, which is somebody extremely stubborn, unwilling to change. And then you have take care, enemies are working against you. You have like Bat. And then I just heard you, old bat. Okay, Pisces. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can also do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website and you can check out the options there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.